Welcome to the UPM Profi Deck installation video. Please note that the more detailed installation instruction sheets can be found at upmprofi.com and should always be followed. As with any deck building project, you'll need some tools. A carpenter's square, a tape measure, a spirit level, a rubber hammer and a cordless screwdriver, and some metal angles and stainless steel screws. UPM Profi Deck can be machined using typical woodworking tools. A fine-tooth crosscut or circular saw and a keyhole saw are all you'll need. When using UPM Profi support rails, they must be laid onto a hard flat surface that allows surface water to drain away. When rail step is being used as the deck edging, use double support rails. These should be screwed together at 1 meter intervals, with the first and last screw being about 4 centimeters from the end. Use UPM Profi T-clips as spacers for the expansion gaps at both ends of the boards. UPM Profi support rails should be aligned to create a 90-degree angle. And the spacing between parallel support rails should never exceed 40 centimeters. Double support rails should be used where two deck board ends meet. 90-degree metal angles improve the rigidity of the frame. For large decks over 20 square meters, we would recommend fixing the support rails to the ground or using an interconnected timber frame. When fixing the rail step, oval holes should be pre-drilled in the face and lower tongue to allow for thermal expansion. This is achieved by moving the drill bit inside the hole from side to side. The spacing between the holes should not be more than 60 centimeters. Screw through the centers of the oval holes directly into the support rails or joists. UPM Profi T-clips should be used as spacers to create the correct expansion gaps. Now screw the next rail step board as before. After this, the first deck board is joined to the rail step by attaching a Profi clip onto the support rail. 2 screws ensure a strong attachment. On the other support rails, the Profi clips are positioned centrally and fixed with one 4x40mm screw in the center hole. Align the first UPM Profi Deck board with the clips and using a rubber hammer, tap the deck board into position. At the center of the board, in one place only, screw directly through the tongue into the support rail. This holds the deck board in place, but still allows controlled expansion and contraction along the length of the board. Then use the T-clips to fix the deck board at each support rail. The process is repeated with each subsequent deck board. Wherever the ends of 2 deck boards meet, expansion gaps must be left, and double support rails and double T-clips must be used. UPM Profi aluminium rails can be used to create a closed deck surface. The deck boards are fixed as described above. The aluminium rail is tapped into the groove and fixed with self-tapping screws. When using aluminium rails, don't forget to leave the same expansion gap as with the UPM Profi Deck boards. This also helps drainage. Aluminium rails can be cut easily with a hacksaw. The Profi Deck system allows you to cover a large area quickly. There are 6 colors and a reversible profile, all you need to create your own fresh and modern outdoor living space. UPM Profi rail step is also perfect for stairs, whether being built on existing concrete steps or a timber frame. The support rails should be screwed directly into the old steps. Starting at the bottom of the steps, attach a deck board. Use the aluminium rail to connect the deck board with the rail step by tapping with a rubber hammer. Make sure that the aluminium rail is screwed to each support rail. Continue the process, fixing the deck board and rail step together with the aluminium rail. Following this principle, your new project will succeed easily, safely, and quickly. An alternative to rail step for the deck edging is UPM Profi cover strip, which should be fixed at 40 cm spaces to the support rails or deck board grooves. The cover strips are flexible and can be used for curved deck areas. Don't forget that full installation instructions and further information can be found online at www.upmprofi.com. Whether your deck is small or large, simple or complex in design, or even with stairs, UPM Profi Deck is the best looking, low maintenance and eco-friendly choice.